Imagine what it would be like if all the stories of your life, locked behind trauma and dreams, all of a sudden one day awakened. Well, that's what's happened to me. Welcome to my vlog, where I record my journey to publishing my first book. Welcome to this week's vlog, and I would like to just tell you what this vlog is about this week. So in this vlog, I'm going to tell you three things, some ideas and tips for people who are looking at starting to write and begin their own journey, things I've learned for this last year and what I've done with it, um, and a couple of things that will just guidance and advice that will hopefully help you move into your way. Second, Microsoft Copilot has come out with multiple new modes, and I do an experimentation with one scene, and I build the same image in the different modes to see how well it works. And then I give you an update where we are with the book because I made some major progress this week, and I hope to share that with you. Please stay with us and enjoy the vlog. Hi again. One of the things I was asked was maybe it's a good idea I share my three most important writing tips with you as being a new writer and what I've learned over my last year journey. So these are my three tips. I hope that makes sense. The first thing is when you are ready, write. Write relentlessly. Don't wait for inspiration or perfection. Don't write perfectly, just write. Every word you put down is a progress, and it may be messy, it may be ugly. Momentum matters. It's more than mastery. I learned this a long time ago from one of my English teachers in high school. Your ideas don't come out in perfect logic. They come out in a mess. It is from that, though, is the code that your real writing, your real stories, your real things come from. So just write, write, write. When you are in this, when you're written writing and you're like, oh, I got my scene one done, I'm on to scene two, scene three, and then, oh, I want to go back to scene one and I want to start editing it. Don't. Edit later. Don't interrupt your story. Let your story come out. Let it come out all messy. You can edit it later. The first run through is your draft, and that is really your raw data. And in there is your explanation of what the story is. It is not the execution. Let your ideas breathe before you go to refine them. Editing too early can kill your creativity. Edit later. What I did is first run, I wrote all the way through every single scene, all the way to the very end. Then I went back and then I tried to put them into chapters and tried to make an organization. And it was my first organization. And then I read the book and then I went back and did a second round of changes and added a few components here, a few parts there. But still, I didn't feel it was complete. So I had an external proofreader, not to do the editing, but to go into the story and to give me, hey, I am missing something here with this scene, or this is very good, or you're jumping around too much. Very, very valuable feedback. And when you get that kind of feedback from somebody, though, you have to come to an agreement on what you will accept and how they give it, and they have to be an expert at giving that kind of feedback, because a lot of people just go and tear you apart. You got to get a person who knows what they're doing. I'm very happy to say I have such a person in my life. And then the last one, and this is similar to the feedback I was just talking about, use smart support. In my case, I'm using my friends, but I'm also using an AI coach, Copilot, as we haven't seen this series before. Um, it helps me as I'm writing prompts, getting ideas, trying out concepts. I want to see what a dialogue would feel like. Um, I don't go it alone. If you don't feel comfortable with an AI, there are a lot of communities out there who are going to write in your genre. Join them. writers groups, listen to them. Take your own identity into it and take your own identity out of it, but use smart support. And that will sharpen your craft, sharpen your skills, and make your stories even better. Here's real quick tips and tricks in four lines. Take a screenshot of this. Um, Let me know how your writer journey goes, and I'll let you know how my publishing journey goes because I'm getting near it. Thank you for this. Follow up coming next will be my Copilot test, and then following that will be my exciting updates. Thank you very much. So this week I decided I wanted to do some experimentation. I noticed that in the Copilot tool, it now has alternate modes. So I decided to take the same scene and then render it using all the different modes to learn more about them and to actually share with you. So the first image that you see here is actually rendered from the standard basic quick mode of Copilot, which is what the standard mode is called. And it was basically Kit Drama battling the robot both in the network. I took the same prompt, made no modifications to it, and utilized it in the second mode. It's called the Deep Think mode, Think Deeper. And it took a little bit longer to render, and what I saw is it rendered it more like a painting. It gave it less of a cartoony and more of a image that would be worthy of a poster, which I thought was quite good. The third mode is the deep research mode. Now, this didn't generate for me any kind of image. However, it did generate a 30-page report um, about the breakdown of my symbology, the use of the network, the Kit Drama character versus the robot character, the analysis of futuristic scenes, the whole thing. And it also had a lot to do with it. Now, I asked Copilot itself to introduce the deep research mode, and I asked for 2 paragraphs. This is what it said. A deep research mode is designed for creators, thinkers, and storytellers who crave more than surface-level answers. When activated, it performs through web searches and advanced reasoning to generate detailed citation-backed reports. Whether you're exploring obscure lore, analyzing trends, or building complex world mechanics, deep research delivers layered insights that go far beyond quick summaries. Unlike other modes, deep research takes its time, up to 10 minutes, to ensure depth and accuracy. It's ideal for anyone working on long-form content, academic projects, or narrative development when context and nuances matter. If you're crafting a vlog, novel, or a theory project, this mode becomes your behind-the-scenes research assistant, quietly building the scaffolding for your next big idea. I thought that was quite interesting. In the role of me in my book, I've actually used this in the questions that I've had in the last section of the book, and it's given me a lot of things to work with and think about. So, interesting to use. Then moving on. So, the last mode is a ChatGPT 5 mode. And what's interesting is this is Copilot, but now it's going to utilize the capabilities of ChatGPT 5 built into Copilot. And people don't realize that Copilot has and uses ChatGPT within it. So anything you do in ChatGPT, you can do in Copilot. So from the deep report, I had a number of different styles available to me. So I thought, well, let's see what my scene would look like utilizing these styles. So here I have the biomechanical surrealism style, which gave it more of a greenish organic flow to it. Or over here to the more nostalgic vaporwave style. And then at last, I moved over to the retro nostalgia style. Hope that you enjoy these styles as much as I do. Hold on for more. So, here's our update, and what a week it was. I spent a lot of hours behind the keyboard, and my My heroes have advanced, my villains have suffered, my stories have grown. What have we done? Well, first, I've completed the third part of the book. That's all the way up through chapter 45. Um, the Revolt on Prime, chapter 3, the biggest part of the book, is now complete, and now it's moved on. And what is it moved to? I've submitted it. I've submitted it to my editor. That means, however, I still have to do, I'm working on part 4 now, the final stage of the book. And I got ideas. I got further ideas. It's going to be amazing. Highlight. Well, I got 63,000 words now in the book. 63,000 words. My goal was to get to 70. With what I have in my mind for part 4, I may just get there. We're going to have good quality. And I'll see what my editor cuts out or adds to. But that's where we are. I'll keep the working going. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. See you next week. I'll give you more updates. Enjoy your time. Enjoy the vlogs. Share it with your friends. Subscribe. 97% of you who watch this have not subscribed. Subscribe. Let you know. I keep doing this every week and I do it for you. Tell me how much you like these vlogs. Tell me what you want to see and I will do it. Thank you, Bill.